What's up, Sagittarius? It's your April love general reading. This is a general reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's go ahead and see what the most important messages are for my lovely sign of Sagittarius for the month of April. Okay, so let's get into it. The main thing I'm getting here, there are a lot of messages here, a lot of kind of mixed energies. But the main thing I'm getting here is that you're a very powerful being, pile number one. But I feel like maybe sometimes you're a little bit too hard on yourself and how far you've come on your journey. Maybe you have very high expectations of yourself. And that's perfectly fine, but you need to make sure that you're not being harsh with yourself, that you're not kind of being ruthless, when it comes to yourself, because I feel like when it comes to others, you're very giving and inspirational and very open. I feel like you're someone that spreads a lot of positivity, whether you're aware of this or not. But I feel like when it comes to yourself, maybe you don't do the same. I'm getting this kind of energy of maybe you blame yourself for things that may have happened in your life or certain situations. Maybe there are people around you that have blamed you for some things that happened in the past, and maybe you still carry the weight of those things. And the universe wants you to let go of that guilt, because you don't deserve to be burdened by that. You shouldn't be. I'm getting this image of like this very powerful person walking in the sand, and then the sand is kind of like quicksand, and there's a storm, and kind of the weight of everything else from this person's past is pulling them back as well. So it's very hard for them to move forward. But when other people look at this, they see a lot of inspiration here. They see someone that's very strong, very powerful, someone that doesn't give up. And these are incredible qualities to have, but you need to, I would say, kind of adjust how you use these skills and traits that you have. It's not about pushing yourself to your very limit. Just because you know you can do something doesn't mean you should push yourself to the point where you're completely burnt out or exhausted, especially in an emotional and energetic sense rather than physical. And of course, that would reflect in a physical, like be reflected in your physical health as well. But what I'm really getting is that you need to be nicer to yourself. I think you don't have a problem with this when it comes to other people, but when it comes to yourself, I don't think you're nice enough to yourself, pile number one. There is this energy of you deserving so much love, abundance, blessings, but at the same time, it's like you're maybe putting these, I don't know, conditions, what you need to do before you can have these things, as if you, just by being yourself, as if that's not enough for you to be worthy of these abundances and these blessings that are coming to you, that you are manifesting into your life. And that's not true. You are worthy of these things. You don't need to push yourself to your very limit, to your breaking point. And this goes for any past, present, future event, situation that you may be dealing with. For most of you, I feel like there are burdens that you're carrying with you from your past, and it's time to let those go. It doesn't mean that you need to ignore them. It means that you accept that you did your best with the information you had at the time, and that's okay. The fact that you can look back on that and feel guilty about it, know that there was something wrong there. And this won't be the case for every situation, because I feel like some of you carry the burdens for situations where you weren't even the one to blame. That maybe you didn't want the other person to feel bad, or maybe you didn't, maybe just wanted to go with it, be nice. But the main thing I'm getting is the fact that you can look back on this and feel guilty about these things, carry their burdens, feel responsible enough to be carrying these at this point. It shows that you've grown from these, or that you're growing from these situations. You're learning. You can look back and reflect on it, reflect on why these things were wrong, or, you know, why you should be the one to take responsibility for these things. So what I'm getting is that you need to accept everything as it happened. Accept that that was a part of your journey. It wasn't for nothing. It wasn't to punish you. It was because it was meant to make you grow, and growth is painful. It's never easy, but you're very powerful, pile number one. And I think you know that too. There's an intense inner strength to you. It's very, very intense. But I feel like when it comes to other people, I think you can be quite sensitive and soft and understanding and all these things. But when it comes to yourself, I think you forget to treat yourself the same way you treat others. And the thing is, I know this is a cliche at this point, but you need to love yourself first before you give your love to other people. You need to give your forgiveness to yourself before you give it to other people. You can do these simultaneously, but if you're giving these to other people, then you have to give them to yourself as well. You know, why don't you? Take these as they resonate with you, of course. But another thing I'm getting is some of you may be in need of inner child healing, especially with the Eternal Child card here and the Warrior. I feel like you may have kind of this protective instinct around your inner child and inner child wounds specifically. I feel like some of you have some things that aren't exactly healed, and maybe you feel like you're guarding your inner child from any harm from the outside. But what I'm getting is that maybe those kind of unhealed, unresolved issues are actually weighing on your inner child as well, and then weighing you down. Some of these behaviors, if this message applies to you, of course, if you're very hard on yourself, or if you blame yourself for a lot of things, these could be caused by inner child wounds as well. Maybe some things you're not even aware of, maybe some things you've forgotten about, but your inner child hasn't. Your inner child is still in that phase. Your inner child is still a child. You may have grown up, but your inner child hasn't. And that's why you have to kind of go back and fix things with your inner child. You have to explain things to your inner child. And I would recommend meditation for this. Or another thing is looking in the mirror and talking to yourself as if you're talking to yourself as a child, like a younger version of yourself. And you can do this during a meditation as well. There are meditations for this, I believe. I've done this before, and it's been incredibly helpful for me on my journey. Memories came up that I didn't even realize I had, feelings as well. And it's very comforting to kind of be able to almost talk to yourself, another version of you that may not see things the way you do now. And you kind of have to go back and teach that version of yourself what you know as well. Because the way I see it, that version of you has not vanished. You know, time isn't exactly linear. It's at least the way I see it. You don't have to agree with me on any of these things that I'm saying, but what I'm getting here is that your inner child still exists in one way or another, in one form, shape. It exists somewhere. It's energy, just like you are. And it's very important to kind of heal every part of you as you progress. You can't just ignore the past and plan for your future. It's not about living in the past, but it's about healing the past, closing the doors, mending to your wounds, and answering any questions that a younger you may have. That's kind of the main message I'm getting for you, pile number one, is that there is so much positive energy around you, like so much beautiful, pure, abundant energy. But I feel like you're weighing down on yourself. Like, you kind of, I don't know, I'm just getting that you should be kinder to yourself. Yeah. That's the main thing I'm getting, but you are very powerful, I think, and it's not that, like, I'm not saying you're helpless or anything of that sort. I don't mean to come off the wrong way, um, or you're clueless or anything, like, none of those things. I feel like you know what you're doing as well. Like, I feel like you have things going for you, and sometimes if there's a lot going on in your life as well, if you're getting a lot of abundance as well, sometimes you forget about the past, but it's not about forgetting about the past. It's about accepting it and learning from it. Because if you forget the past, then you don't really learn much. It's not about remembering every single detail of everything that has ever happened to you. And it's not about just feeling the pain of a particular difficult situation forever. It's about learning from it and growing from it and healing from it and giving yourself love, being patient with yourself the way you are with other people. Not being so harsh with yourself. You may have perfectionist tendencies. Or maybe this is because for some of you, I do feel that maybe your relationship with your parents may have had an effect on this, or for some of you, like a partner of some sort. This could have kind of like this type of thought, or the fact that maybe you may be placing very high expectations on yourself could have been caused by your interactions and experiences with other people as well. And if that's the case, that's another thing that you have to revisit and heal in order to move on from it, to learn from it, to grow from it. That's what I'm getting. But the universe has a lot of love for you, pal number one. I'm feeling that feeling in my chest again, and it's unconditional love. And yeah, you are loved. And let's look into your tarot cards now. I also pre-shuffled the tarot deck because I don't have a lot of time tonight. So I wanted to kind of, All right, we have the Six of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands, very fiery energy. We have the Seven of Wands. Do we just have Wands? I don't know. Oh, we have the Three of Cups. Okay. Has some water. We have the Six of Pentacles, some earth, and we have the Ace of Wands. So very heavy fire energy here. A little bit of water, a little bit of earth. Not air, but take it as it resonates. You don't need to be like a fire sign or water sign or earth sign. Take these messages as they resonate with you. So the thing is, you have a very fiery energy, and that's what I was kind of picking up on with the inspirational aspect of your energy. It's very radiant. It's very sunny. It's very creative. It's very motivational for other people as well, not just you. And the thing is, okay, let me tell you what I'm feeling. One, I'm getting this message that you should lean on your loved ones more. I feel like a lot of people may lean on you for support, especially emotional support. And maybe you don't do the same to them, not because, you feel like you can't, but because you have your stuff together, like most of the time. And I feel like maybe sometimes, every now and then, you have a little bit of a breakdown, but then you get yourself together again, you pull it together, and then you continue going. But there is this kind of message I'm picking up on that says you should depend on the people around you more. It's okay. It doesn't mean you're not self-sufficient. It doesn't mean you can't be independent. It doesn't mean you are dependent on other people. It just means that every once in a while, you talk to other people about how you're feeling. You let them help you, because sometimes you need a fresh perspective. You need to see things from a new level, from a different point of view, and sometimes another person can give you that. With the Three of Cups here, this is about, like, the way I'm picking up on it now is that let your friends help you grow as well, your loved ones, your family, your soul family. And this can apply to anyone. It doesn't even necessarily have to be people you're very close with. You can also, you know, look to mentors, you know, but just lean on people. Let people help you, pile number one, because you have an incredible energy, and it's really not fair on yourself if you're restricting that, if you're holding back, you know, or if you're letting your maybe negative thought patterns hold you back from what you're meant for. And what you're meant for is a lot of beautiful energy. We have the Ace of Wands here, which is a lot of passion, a lot of inspiration, a lot of fresh energy. And I feel like this energy wants to come into your life, kind of give you a positivity boost, a motivational boost, to help you keep pushing forward, and help you win all of your battles. It's that type of energy. It's like you rushing in instead of dragging all the burdens that you're carrying in this quicksand type thing. You need to be rushing in, you know? Just rushing in. And what I'm getting is with the Seven of Wands here and the Ace of Wands, you add them up, you get the Eight of Wands, which is very quick energy, which is the energy of good news, very like smooth, very, I don't know, it's just this breath of fresh air is what I'm getting. I think you need to rest and heal and focus on details that you may have missed in the past, because maybe things were going really well for you, or maybe because you didn't feel the need to look back. But sometimes it's good to take a step back, just pause for a little bit, and figure everything out. With the Six of Pentacles here as well, like there is this energy of sharing with the people around you, or you could, maybe there are people that are going through very similar things as you. I read your comments, and you know, sometimes you describe very similar situations, and you could even like talk to each other. And I'm not trying to like forge friendships here, like force friendships onto you, but you know, there are a lot of kindred spirits for you everywhere, pile number one, and reach out to them. They don't have to be online. They can be real people. It could be, I don't know, the guy that makes your coffee every morning, you know, maybe have something in common with them. This is kind of just about connecting, connect more with people, and you'll see that you don't have to be kind of guarded. You don't have to be in control of things all the time. It's okay to get help. It's okay to cooperate. We're here to walk each other home, as Ram Dass says. I don't know if I got the quote exactly right, but it has that meaning. We're just walking each other home or something like that. You can look it up. I probably butchered the actual beautiful way of putting it, but this is the energy I'm getting for you, pile number one. So let's get you some messages from the universe. I'll get you some Moonology cards first, and then we'll get messages. Bye. Also, when I focus on your pile, and this has been going on in my head since I shuffled your cards, the song Neighborhood by Who Made Who has been just playing in my head. So maybe there's a message for one of you or more of you in that song. If you feel called to check it out, I would definitely recommend that you do. Advice for pile. Okay. We have a new romantic cycle begins. Work through your fears, and you and your loved ones are safe. See, there's that emphasis on kind of you and your loved ones, you and the people around you, you and your kindred spirits. And it just, and another card that flew out is a win-win outcome is forecast. So there's our air energy. We have 2 Libra cards, and then we have water with Scorpio and Cancer. And all 3 of these cards are new moons is another thing I want to point out. So this is about that fresh energy, this breath of fresh air that's coming in for you. And again, because this is a win-win outcome, this again kind of makes me think of connections that you have with people, like the give and take, the mutual give and take, the mutual support that you could get from people around you. And work through your fears reminds me of inner child healing as well, again. And also, a new romantic cycle begins. So if you have been manifesting love, then it is coming for you. I mean, the Ace of Wands talks about a passionate, inspirational new start. So this could be a new person, this could be someone coming back. But for some of you, I'm also getting that this is with you. Like with your own self, a new level of self-love, of self-appreciation. And that's beautiful. I think that's an incredible message to get as well. There really is no limit to love. You know, how much of it you can share with people and how much of it you can give to yourself. There really is no limit to it. As long as you're pouring love into yourself first, because then it can overflow. But yeah, I don't know where that came from. I just felt like saying it, but very beautiful energies for your pile number 1. Also with this card, I remember reading in the booklet, like when I first got this deck, that it can also talk about kind of romantic love coming in as well, or like an abundance of love coming into your life. And these two combined, if this is what you have been working on, working towards, wishing for, it is coming for you. But in the middle of it all, you need to focus on your healing. Regardless of how much love people give you from the outside, it's never going to replace or make up for a lack of love within you. So you need to make sure that you're giving love to yourself as well. Okay, let's get you some messages from the universe. Number 1, please, universe messages. Oh, it's got stuff in my hand. And I dropped one. You can just take it. Without crown chakra, you might be getting downloads from the universe as well, just random thoughts, feelings appearing. And the universe, I think, wants to connect with you more as well, and wants you to connect with yourself more as well. You're not lost, you're discovering. Throat chakra, communication. You deserve better, transformation. This is a very similar energy to the work through your fears card, because I feel like not just from the people around you, but from yourself as well, you deserve better, pile number 1. And we have you need to rest. Then from that, I'll get a few more. Okay, that's all hips. That's okay. Let's see. Shift your focus. You are heard. We have the solar plexus chakra. There are signs all around you. Breathe in, breathe out. This too shall pass. And for your final message, we have go for it. So if you were asking the universe about something, This is your green light. This is all I have for you, pile number one. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, maybe there's a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. Remember that you are loved, you are beautiful, you are incredible, and hopefully I'll see you here again soon for another reading. But until then, bye! Hello, my beautiful pile number twos, and welcome to your reading. Now, the one word that keeps ringing in my head right now is change. And this can refer to a lot of things, but I feel like in your case, this refers to a change in perspective and how you see things and your situation. I feel like you might be focusing on the wrong aspects of the situation that you're in right now. For many of you, I'm getting this energy of you wanting to manifest some sort of love. For most of you, I feel like this might be romantic love, a romantic offer from someone, maybe someone returning from the past, or maybe you're trying to call in some sort of new soulmate. But whatever type of love this is, the universe is telling you to change the way you see this. If you come into this situation from a place of lacking this, and you may be doing this without realizing it fully as well. It doesn't have to be that you're constantly, it doesn't have to be that you're constantly in a negative mood about this situation, but it can also just be these subconscious negative thought patterns that may be driving how you act, or, most of our thoughts they barely become conscious. So it's important to kind of know what your patterns are and to work on them. And the main thing I'm getting is that you need to shift your focus to yourself and to gratitude. I'm getting this and feeling this emphasis on self-love, gratitude, and transformation. The offer, what you're trying to manifest, the love, it's already here. You're not lacking it. You already have it. It's a matter of believing that you do. It's not that, it's not about kind of begging for something to come to you. It's not about chasing it. It's about making space for it and allowing it to come into you, knowing that it's already right there, right outside your door. But it's a matter of seeing it. It's a matter of turning the lights on and seeing who's there, kind of. That was not the best example. But what I mean is, it's about really realizing that the road to any manifestation, any abundance, any blessing, any romantic partner manifestation, the road to all of that, what bridges the manifestation in dream form with your reality is gratitude and self-love. You need to fully believe that you deserve it, and it shouldn't come from a place of lack. So it shouldn't come from a place of, I would be very happy if I had this. It's more about being complete on your own, knowing that you deserve all these things and that they will come to you when the timing is right. You did have the Wheel of Fortune for your bottom deck energy. So I do feel that there is some sort of emphasis on divine timing, or whatever you want to call it. But there is a lot of healing going on here as well, I feel. And it just says, like, to me, once you're done with your healing, you're already going to get this. Like, you need to be grateful for all the cups that you have. And in some situations, this may be hard because every situation would be difficult. Maybe you've been through a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. Maybe you've been through things that still weigh on you very heavily. And this isn't about, pretending these things are not weighing down on you, but it's more about looking past these limitations within your situation and still finding things to be grateful for around you. You know, maybe you go out and the birds are singing and maybe you're grateful for that. Maybe you bump into a friend you haven't seen in a very long time and you've missed them and you're grateful for bumping into them and getting to catch up. Maybe you get to spend the holidays with your family and you're grateful for that. You know, there's so many little things, or just, I don't know, having a bed to sleep in, or you know, and I'm not saying that you should never be upset about anything, just because you have food and shelter. These are, of course, very important things to have, and things we all should be grateful for, if we have them. But that doesn't mean that you're not allowed to be sad about anything. That doesn't mean you're not allowed to have bad days. That doesn't mean you're not allowed to complain. But it's a matter of not letting the kind of negative perspective become your normal default mindset. You need to make sure that that's not the state you live in. You need to try to move into a place of gratitude, a place where you feel comfortable being in, a place where you're present in your present moment instead of worrying about the past, worrying about the future, knowing your worth, loving yourself, spreading love. And another thing I'm getting is not wishing harm on anyone else. Take this if this resonates with you. I don't mean to imply you have like negative thoughts about people around you, but it's kind of this energy of they did me wrong, so you know, I hope they're very upset. Or like, I hope something bad happens to them. It's that type of energy I'm talking about. You can have negative feelings about someone, but if you are like kind of wishing negative things to manifest in someone else's life, it's not your responsibility to make them, you know, you're not their, you are not their karma. You're not the being that decides that. The karma will come to them. And you have to kind of trust that it will rather than, you know, wishing it on them. I feel like this is a specific message, and only take this if this resonates with you. And please, please, please understand that I really don't mean this in a negative way at all. But sometimes we get really caught up in our emotions and we don't even realize like the things, the thoughts that come to mind. It's kind of that energy of you get very angry and words just fly out of your mouth and you know you don't mean them, but your subconscious doesn't know that you don't mean that. You know, it's kind of like any negativity you put out into the world kind of comes around as well. But I feel like yeah, please don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying you wish harm to others or anything, but it's kind of that feeling of revenge or, you know, wanting to make someone pay for something they did to you, or, you know, wanting someone else to give them, I don't know, like, it's different than just hoping that, you know, their karma finds them. It's more like purposefully wishing negativity onto someone. It's kind of this energy of, for some of you only, maybe you need to just accept that whatever happened has happened and that it does not change how much you're worth, and you're worth so much. And whatever that particular person or those people did to you, their karma will find them. Their karma will get them. It's just about accepting that it will happen for them and letting it go rather than kind of focusing on that and dwelling on it, dwelling on the past. It's about cutting your energetic cords with those people, because the more you let them stay tied to you energetically, the more energy you put into these people, regardless of the type of energy it is. If these people are not serving you, then you just have to burn those bridges, cut those cords. Because even if people are not next to you physically, they can affect your energy. They can affect your life in physical ways just through energy, just through how much you think about them. So it's kind of that type of energy. It's about letting things be, letting things go, and letting karma sort itself out rather than trying to intervene with it. And this is a more specific message, so please only take it if it resonates with you. But another thing here is just that open your eyes, and your manifestations are coming. You're not lacking anything, though. You need to work with that thought a little bit more, I feel. Kind of seeing the positivity in things rather than letting negativity take over. It's kind of like what I'm getting here is that when you know that you have the Nine of Cups, when you're satisfied with what you have, when you're grateful for it, when you're not expressing like dissatisfaction, when you're not expressing how much you would want this other thing and how unhappy you are without it. Once you kind of move out of that and into a place of gratitude, being present, and emanating love and light, that's when the 10th cup will find you. It's already there. It's not a matter of creating it from nothing. It already exists, but it's about bridging that dreamlike existence or that timeline where it exists with your current timeline. It's all about connecting those things by changing your mindset, is what I feel. For some of you could be like stuck in certain cycles where the same lessons keep repeating themselves over and over again. And I feel like if that's the case for you, you need to tweak your perspective a little bit with the situation. You need to tweak your reaction to it, and kind of work with it. And I feel like that's when that cycle will truly be over, because the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. The wheel is turning. But it's a matter of realizing that, rather than being stuck in old cycles or just kind of sitting and wishing things would change. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but I feel like for some of you, you could be a little bit in an impatient energy where you're thinking, oh, like, what is my manifestation going to come? We have Temperance in reverse here as well. That's why I'm kind of getting that impatient energy. And it's the same as ordering something online. You know, you order it, you forget about it, it shows up at your door. And sometimes it's at your door, but you don't see it because you haven't left your house in 10 days, for example. It's, you know, it's about realizing that it's there as well, once it comes or once it's very close. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. I hope it does. And I hope, yeah, I hope this is making sense. But basically, if you are craving for a new beginning, it's already here. It's just a matter of you seeing it, shifting your focus, and being in an energy where you're ready to receive it by making space for it, not by running after it. And that's why it has to do with shifting your focus to yourself, to your own progress, to your own energy, to what you're spreading around you, to your own healing. That's what I'm picking up on for you, pile number 2. Now, let's get you some Moonology cards. Here, 4 and 5. I'm sorry if this sounded kind of harsh. I really don't mean to come off harsh at all, but this is like what I'm picking up on from this pile very strongly. And as I say a lot, I'm very truthful about the energies I'm picking up on. Of course, I will try to bring them to you in like soft way. I don't mean to come off as, you know, just giving you negative feelings or anything. And I hope you're not getting negativity from this reading, because I think the overall energy is very positive. It's just, I mean, you never know how people are gonna pick up on what you're saying and how they're going to interpret what you're saying. So I sometimes feel the need to say these things because I'm really not saying anything bad to you at all. I feel like you are getting a lot of abundance. Once you shift your mindset, you're going to get even more. You know, it's that type of energy. That's kind of what I was trying to explain, but I don't know how much sense it actually made. So, yeah. Any advice for tile number 2, please, for this? We have, you're very close to achieving your goal. Yes, you are. It's like right outside the door. And the other card that came out is bring love into the situation, which again kind of ties back to, you know, for me at least, like what I'm picking up on again is gratitude and spreading love and being in that energy where you're loving yourself, most importantly. And knowing that all of these blessings are coming to you. You don't have to chase them. We have a look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Again, perspective. It's perspective. And then for your bottom deck, we have a win-win outcome is forecast. This was also the bottom deck energy for pile number 1. And then we have a new start is coming. And new beginnings here as well. So you are getting your new start. It's just that you need to make sure you're ready for it. You're in a receptive energy to receive it. But things are coming into balance, you know? Karma is being taken care of. Cycles are being completed. The wheel is turning. All right, now let's get you some messages from the universe. Nothing has happened. We have the root chakra. Oh. You are strong enough. You are loved. I feel like for some of you, you may also need to like just encourage yourself a little bit more and kind of, you know, repeat these affirmations to yourself. Like, I am loved. I am strong enough. You are worthy of the blessings you receive. Yes. Heart chakra. You might need some healing around these. Take them as they resonate with you. Or maybe these are little hints as to what you can focus on as well. You deserve better transformation. There is that transformation energy here. With the butterfly imagery as well. And go for it. You know, these two also came out for pile number 1. Let me... Okay, this one got stuck there, so I will take it. Healing is messy, and it's okay if it's taking longer than you thought. So again, if you're feeling impatient about your own process and your own progress, it's perfectly fine. You're doing it in your own time, and It's not about what anybody else is doing. It's not about, how quickly someone else has moved on, or it's not about how, um, I don't know, how much someone else has healed. You're only responsible for your own journey and your own healing. So that's what you should focus on, pile number 2. That's the energy I'm getting for you. But yeah, let me know if this resonated. If it did not, maybe there's a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. Remember that you are loved, you are beautiful, you are incredible. And hopefully I'll see you here again soon for another reading. But until then, bye! Hello, my beautiful pile number 3s, and welcome to your reading. I'm picking up on a couple of things for you. The first thing is that I feel like most of you have been on a very difficult journey of self-discovery and growth and kind of breaking old patterns that don't serve you anymore, cutting off ties that don't serve you, protecting your energy, claiming your power, manifesting abundance, manifesting anything that you deserve, and knowing your worth, knowing your power, knowing that you are inspirational. We have the Queen of Wands here in the middle of your reading, excuse me. And we have Judgment and Death, very, very strong energies of rebirth, a new start, a fresh beginning. And for some of you, I am getting that someone from your past might be coming back to you, especially if you have been consciously trying to manifest them. And another message I'm getting is, sorry, I'm picking up on a lot of things, so if I kind of start talking very quickly, I apologize. I just want to get them all out before they slip away from me. Another thing I'm getting is you don't need to settle for anything less than you deserve, and you know your worth. You should know your worth. And if you're settling for someone that didn't treat you right, if you're settling for someone that you're just with because you think you have no other choice, that's not true. You have the choice to go for something that's actually good for you, someone that is for your highest good. And this doesn't have to be a person for everyone. For some of you, I do feel that this is likely a romantic partner or a connection where the other person isn't treating you right exactly. In the sense that you're kind of energetically out of their league, is what I'm getting. And you need to know your worth. You need to be a little more strict with people as well, I think, and what you give your energy to is another thing I'm getting. I have this I'm getting this, look at this. We have the Self and the Destroyer, and we have the Underworld and the Mount. It's just kind of this energy of, I'm picking up on conflict, confusion, but then clearing all of that and having this rebirth. And it feels like it's a cycle for you. It's like this is happening in different areas of your life. And I feel like if this hasn't happened yet, then it is coming for you, because this is a very intense, powerful energy. Whatever you want to manifest is coming to you. That's what I'm really strongly picking up on. I decided to read these cards completely intuitively today, so I didn't look into the guidebook at all. There are a lot of cards, so I haven't read all of them yet, so I don't know. I'm just very strongly there is this image of a gateway here as well, kind of like a new chapter beginning. I'm getting this vision of someone climbing up from the underworld and through the mountain, and it's hard because you need, oh my God, I just realized, you guys, the mountain is here as well, the exact same mountain, and I'm literally just realizing this right now. Oh, what? Okay, cool. Okay, so you guys, you see, this is all part of your journey. Any difficulty that you've faced, all of it, it's all part of you. It's all part of where you're going. It's all part of a bigger picture with the owls here as well. It's about wisdom. It's about learning. It's about growing from these things. It's about having that bird's eye view of all of your situations. And if things have been very difficult for you up until this point, your luck is about to change. But the thing is, you need to make the choice to progress towards what you know you deserve. You can't be stuck in some sort of stagnant energy. You can't be waiting for anyone to come save you. It's about owning your power. It's about doing it yourself. It's about that rebirth of energy, that rechanneling of energy, repurposing of energy, and not settling for anything less than what you deserve. Sometimes the universe may put things in your way that are, that are not good enough for you. And you need to see those things. You need to see the bigger picture around those things. You need to see through those things. And you need to make the choice to set boundaries with things that don't serve your highest good. Because I feel like you are making incredible progress in your journey of self-development and manifesting a dream life for yourself, pretty much is what I'm getting. Like with the 701s, I'm getting this dream-like energy. It's like everything you've dreamed of is within your reach, but you need to continue going regardless of how long it's taking you. It's not going to happen instantly, but once it happens, it's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be a revolution in your life. But you can't just sit and settle for something that isn't for you. You can't chase things that are not for you. For some of you, I'm getting that there are people in your past that you haven't let go of, that are stopping you from claiming all of this revolution that's coming your way, all of this kind of fresh, new, powerful energy. It feels like some of you are just fixated on what happened in the past with maybe a particular person that you're trying to manifest back into your life. And for some of you, I feel like you deserve so much better. Take this as it resonates for you, because it's about you doing that introspection, you looking within and deciding, deciding I deserve better, or deciding, no, actually this person is great and I would like to be with them. And it doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but for most of you, I feel like if this is the case for you, it would be with a romantic partner. You need to not settle. You need to cut ties to the past if they are not serving you anymore. And that doesn't mean forgetting about things. It doesn't mean ignoring them. It means accepting them, but letting them go, setting them free so that you can set yourself free as well. It's like with judgment, we have this bird that's being reborn, and then with death, this kind of just talks about some things need to die out for other things to begin. And they will be similar in some way. It's like one relationship dies so that a soulmate can come into your life, or whatever you want to call them, a soul bond, I don't know, the love of your life, whatever you want to call it. Like some things need to die out for other beautiful, abundant things to come in, because you need to make space for new things to come into your life. You can't be at full capacity waiting for manifestations to come into your life. You need to reject some things. You need to reject some energies from the past. You need to reject some energies in your present. And you decide what to keep and what to get rid of. There's no rule. There are no rules for this. You make them. You decide. It's your journey, and you decide what happens and what comes next, to some extent. And because nothing is yet set in stone, and there is no strict timeline for anything, the manifestations that you want, the things you're manifesting, come in only when there is space, only when you're ready. So that's kind of the message I'm getting. I feel like it was a little bit all over the place, but it just kind of washed over me in a very intense way. I'm a little dizzy now. That was intense for me. I don't know. I was intense. But with the vision here and the mountaineer as well, I feel like you're very intuitive as well. This kind of talks to me about like depth, but obstacles as well. And for some reason, the subconscious, like I'm getting intense subconscious vibes from this. And the subconscious brings me back to the manifestation situation again. Whatever you believe in your subconscious, it's easier to manifest that. You know, for some of you, you could need to do a little bit more work on your subconscious, maybe with a little more meditation or, you know, subliminals, if you vibe with that, or many other ways. There are a lot of things you could do, look into for more introspection, for more self-discovery. I feel like you've already been doing a really good job at self-development, and getting to know yourself better and creating yourself as well, as you go, and shedding layers that you don't like, that don't serve you anymore. It's that type of energy. It's very, very strong, very, very intense, and very, very beautiful, really. You know, this doesn't have to come easily to you. It doesn't look like it's been an easy journey so far. And, you know, there will always be difficulties, but that doesn't mean things aren't worth striving for. It doesn't mean you should settle for things that are easier. You should go for these things, even if it means it's going to take longer, even if it means you're going to get more tired. If there are things that you know you deserve, that serve your highest good, that you really want in your life, then why not go for them? Why settle for something just because it's in front of you? You know? It's kind of like, I'm going to give a kind of, I don't know, it's going to be a little bit of a stupid example, I guess, but what came to mind is, okay, let's say you're home and your family is having food. They're having this type of food that you don't like very much. Let's say, I don't know, they're having burritos and you don't like burritos, but it's there. So you decide to eat it. But then after that, you go outside and then they're giving out your favorite pizza for free, but you're too full to eat that pizza. You don't have space for your pizza anymore because you ate the burrito, even though you didn't even want it. You just ate it because it was there. And I know this is kind of a very simplistic example, but this is what I mean with the energy of not settling for things you don't necessarily want, you know? It's that type of thing. And maybe you're allergic to beans. And then the burrito also ends up giving you a stomachache. This is the worst example ever, I know, and I apologize, but I just wanted to kind of give an example of what I was talking about. So yeah, this is what I'm picking up on, though. It was this very intense energy, and now I just started talking about beans and burritos and stomach aches. So, okay, let's move on to your Moonology cards. That I didn't think that's far to move on to advice from the universe. Hello, balls, hello, lovely milkfuls of oil. We have the answers you need are coming. Any messages for Highlander 3, please, universe? We have conclusions are within reach. And we have the energy is gaining momentum. And then for your bottom deck energy, we have expect powerful change. And I would say expect very powerful change with death and judgment here. Very intense energy. And I also cut the deck in half and we have a new romantic cycle begins. So if this is what you want, then it is coming for you. But it's about not settling, because if you settle for something less than what you deserve, then you're not going to have space for what's actually coming for you, that blessing that's coming for you, because your focus, your energy is somewhere else where it doesn't need to be, where it's not serving you. And another card that kind of caught my attention just now is you are good enough. So if, if you're ever doubting your worth, if you're ever doubting whether you're worthy of all of these things that are coming into your life, then I will tell you that you absolutely are. And the universe agrees with me. It's not me, it's the universe. So. Okay, let's get you some messages. I don't know if you want to come out, but I will take you. The glass is half full. We are the crown chakra. You are loved. You are heard. You're not lost. You're discovering. These three, or these two maybe came out for pile 1, I think. I'm not sure now. The universe has your back, yes. You can't see the big picture when you're standing too close. Yeah, but kind of bird's eye view energy that I was picking up on. But this is all I have for you, pile number 3. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, maybe there's a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. Remember that you are loved, you are beautiful, and you are abundant and worthy of all of the abundance coming your way. So please remember to take care of yourself. And hopefully I'll see you again here soon for another reading. But until then, bye!